We are continuing on from our last video where we were looking at Reden on bitcointalk.org. Now we have decided to use Reden as our tutorial source. We need to download its source code to our Ubuntu virtual machine. If you don't already have the virtual machine installed, look back at previous videos to set up the environment and install dependencies. So, as I said before, Bitcoin Talk is great because we can research a coin and follow the links provided to its source code. Scrolling down, we can see some information about Reden. There is some general information about the use case of Reden. Then we come across the link to GitHub that we need. Click on that and it will take us to see their repositories. This is where we will be able to download the source code. On the overview page, you can see they have multiple repositories. We are only interested in their main code for the coin. You will see the main source code. As you can see, there have been 84 commits. This means there have been 84 changes or updates. They are all logged. You can see the revision notes in the center next to each file. The releases are for when they create an update to blockchain and recompile the wallets. There have been 3 wallet releases since launch. As you can see, the latest update made changes to add additional peers to help wallets sync. They also fixed the version number of the wallets. Scrolling down further, you can see all the different wallet platforms that have been created. Heading back to the previous page, we can navigate to SRC. This is where the main source code is. Like I said before, there's a vast amount of code here and you need to know what you can touch and what to leave alone. Stick with me and I will guide you all the way. The first thing we are going to do is look at chainparams.cpp. This is what I consider the heart of the code. Here you can see the copyright at the top. This shows the order of development and gives credit to previous developers. First up is the original code that was developed by Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto. After that, a group of Bitcoin Core developers added to the code. Then it was the Dash Core developers actually and not Reden. Dash introduced masternodes to the Bitcoin code and all masternode coins are now based off of it. I assume Reden had issues adding themselves after Dash threw out the code. Being the heart of the code, this is where we first set eyes on the Genesis block info. Specifically the timestamp. Each Genesis block has a unique timestamp message. Normally, the timestamp will be something like an article in the news. Something that can be verified at a later date. Reden's timestamp talks about a scammer from a previous coin. Not the best example, but hey. Scrolling down further we can see the code for the main params. This is for our main network. You can see things, such as the halving every 60,000 blocks as mentioned in the last video. We can see that masternodes start payments after block 2. There is a lot of info here but we don't need to dig deep into that right now. Further down we can see the hash for the Genesis block in Merkle. When we create our own coin, we will be mining our own Genesis and creating our own unique hash. This will give us our own blockchain starting from block 0. Underneath these, you can see the DNS seeds. These are wallets run on virtual servers that are giving initial support to the network. I will show you how to prepare these when we need them. Here we have the checkpoint data, and the hash for the Genesis is here to show it's block 0. Under that, you have the epoch time. This is the number of seconds that have elapsed since January 1, 1970. Under the main params we have the testnet params. The layout is identical to the main net params, but the genesis is different. And so are the parameters. The testnet is there for you to test the chain. After you are satisfied with the testnet blockchain, you can start mainnet with the same parameters. Right, we will go into more detail as we make changes. But for now, let's download the source code to our Ubuntu desktop. Click back 2 pages. Or click here on Readin to return to the main repo page. Here you will see the option to clone or download the whole repository. For this tutorial, I will be downloading the source code. Click Download Zip, and choose the option to save the file. Hit OK. Navigate to your Downloads folder. Here you will see the zipped file. We want to unzip the file. Right-click and choose Extract here. Drop and drag the extracted file to your desktop folder. In the next video, we will rename our cryptocurrency. We will remove all traces of Readin from the source code.